Right, so in this video I'm going to be giving a very brief introduction to Blender. So go ahead and fire it up, assuming you've already downloaded it and installed it, perhaps with IT's help. So this is what you'll probably see. This first panel right here is called the 3D viewport. You can rotate around with the middle mouse button. You can pan with shift and middle mouse button. And you can select things with the left mouse button. So that's the camera over there. That's the light over there, and that's the cube over there. Really quickly, just pop into Edit Preferences, go to Navigation, and make sure that your settings look like this. Orbit method turntable is good. These are nice. Zoom method dolly is nice. And you can edit anything else if you like, just so you know that this is where things like this are found, and you can explore around here if you like. And then after you change the settings, come here, say Save Preferences, and close that. And if you ever get into trouble, you can reload factory preferences to kind of zero everything out. So to move stuff, you hit G, and now you can move things with a mouse. And if you want to move something along the X-axis, you hit X, or Y, or Z, right? So if I wanted to move it along the X-axis, I hit G, and then X, boom, and then click again, and that sets it there. Now if I wanted to move it a specific number of units in the X direction, I could hit G, X, and then 10, say, and that'll move it 10 meters. Okay, let's move this back over here. And if I want to rotate it, I hit R, and that's going to rotate it sort of randomly, of course, but then I can constrain it to the X-axis, or the Y-axis, or the Z-axis. And I could also tell it how many degrees I want it to rotate. So if I want to rotate it 45 degrees, I just type in 45, and there it goes. So R, Z, 45. I rotated another 45 degrees. And then if I want this to be bigger or smaller, I can use the S key for scale. So if I wanted it to be just about that big, I could do that. If I said, I want this to be about half as big, I can hit S, 0.5, enter, and that scales it by 0.5. I can also constrain the axes with scale. So if I just want it to be wider this way, I could hit S, X, and it'll scale it that way, or SZ, or SY. So that's how to move and manipulate stuff. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And in Blender, that's X. And then left click that. So to add stuff, you hit Shift A. And then mesh is typically what you're using. You can add planes. So I'm going to add a plane right there. I'm going to hit, I'm going to hit the Tab key, and that's going to go into edit mode. And that's where I can edit the actual vertices of the object. So I'm going to hit the A key to select all of the vertices, and I'm going to hit S for scale. Oops, I hit too many keys there. S for scale. I'm just going to scale it up. Yeah, about that big. And then I can hit Tab again to go out of the edit mode. So now I'm in object mode. If you look up here, that's object mode. If I hit Tab, I'm in edit mode. And then I'm going to add another object, Shift A, cube. And I want this cube to be sitting on top of my plane. So I'm going to hit G, Z, 1, and hit enter. And there it is. It's sitting right on that plane. And I'd like to add another object. So I'm going to hit Shift A, Mesh, UV Sphere. And you can't really see it because the cube's in the way, but I'm going to hit G, Z, and then I'm just going to move it up there. It's about right there. Now, I want to get this like set kind of perfectly on top of this. And I could measure that and do math, but I'm not really into that right now. So, and it's also kind of hard to eyeball it because I'm in this perspective mode. So I'm going to hit 5 on the numpad, and that puts me into orthographic view. So 5 just toggles in between perspective and orthographic. And then I want to be in a side view, so I'm going to hold down Alt, and now I'm going to start rotating around by using the middle mouse button. So now I'm rotating around, and I'm going to hold down Alt, and that sort of locks me in. So when I get close to a sort of primary view, a side view or a top view, it locks me to that. So now I'm in left orthographic view. You can also get to that by using the other numbers on the numpad. So I'm hitting 4 on the numpad right now, and I'm just kind of rotating around. 1 goes to front orthographic, 3 goes to right orthographic. You get the idea. Okay, so now I've got the sphere, and I want to get him resting right on top of this cube. So I'm going to hit G, and then I'm going to hit Z, and yeah, that looks good.